Well, hello there. And this is Auntie. I don't know what happened to my voice. Golly, felt like I'm dry the hell out. Hey, everybody. This is Auntie, and I am here to do my review on The Family Chantel, Season 2, Episode 6, Snitches Get Stitches. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. To all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for joining the family. To all of my nieces and nephews who have been here with me for the long haul and my members, thank you all so much for your continued support. If I had to rate last night's episode of The Family Chantel, I would rate it a C. Um, it may have gotten a higher rating if they had shown, the stuff that happened outside, but since they didn't, it's only getting a C. So we're going to go ahead and get into the episode. As we all know, the family Chantel um, are in the Philippines, and they are there for Angeletta's wedding to a royal. The two of them are already married, but they're trying to have a ceremony in the Philippines. We start off the episode basically with Pedro going out to, well, I don't know if we started out that way, but I'm just going to, give y'all like the cliff notes, okay? So that's where I want to start. Pedro is in the hotel room with Chantel, and Chantel is obviously having problems with the food. And she's laying in bed with an upset stomach, and Pedro is going out with Royal and Daddy Thomas and with Puddle because he has been asked to be one of the best men in the wedding or slash a groomsman. And so he's excited about that. He's excited about the fact that Royal has even asked him, right, to be one. And it is honorable when someone asks you to be a participant in their wedding. And so Pedro was very excited about it. He wasn't welcomed with open arms from the rest of the men in the family, and so he is very excited. Royal said that, he believes that Pedro is part of the family, and so this is the reason why he asked. And so, there's Chantel tells him to pronounce men and man, and he's pronouncing man as ma'am and men as amen and and some more stuff. So I mean, it's not everything is not um articulated correctly. So anyway, I thought that that was just kind of cute. Just wanted to bring that up. And so in the meantime, in the between time, we see Nicole with her boyfriend Alejandro. Getting up, waking up in the morning in the bed with somebody else's husband. And so thank you so much for the super chat. Who was that? Let me see. Thank you so much, Gypsy Heart. Congratulations on your grandbaby. Thank you so much. I think that was Gypsy Heart. Where's my glasses? Where did I? Okay. Thank you so much, Gypsy Heart 777. Gypsy Heart Horse Rescue for the 49.99 super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Congratulations again on your grandbaby. And so, we see her, waking up in bed with somebody else's husband. And, she's ass out and everything. And they had a wonderful night. He said he hadn't seen her in a while or in a minute. And so, he had a fantastic time. Of course, we know what he's alluding to. He gets up in the morning and he is making breakfast. The funny thing about it is that Alejandro came with the assumption that he was going to be staying at Nicole's house with her and her mama. Of course, we saw last week that the mama said he got makeup all on his face and he got his beard drawn in and airbrushed in. and he think he gonna roll up here and stay in my house. Mama put him out, threw his cologne down onto the ground and broke that, and she just was like, you're not gonna stay in my house. So Nicole and Alejandro leave. I'm thinking Nicole and Alejandro went to go and get some get a hotel, and come to find out she done called somebody in the midnight hour, and she's staying in somebody else's house by getting the key from up under, underneath the doormat. And I'm thinking to myself, this man basically is broke. He really doesn't, in my opinion, he's got to be broke, because why is it that he can't afford to get a hotel or something? Why are they, living in people's apartments and stuff like that because they're gone? Like, I just, like, that would be such a turnoff for me if I was with a man and he was broke back and he didn't have any money for me to go to a hotel. I just can't understand, suppose the friend was in town and their apartment wasn't available, then where the hell was they gonna stay at? Like, I just was completely confused about this. But anyway, I don't, I ain't gonna draw it out. But I'm just saying, let me know in the comment section what you thought about that. But I just was like, how dare, how dare she stay up in somebody else's house instead of making this man up and come up out his pocket? He got all these pocketbooks, these fake looking pocketbooks, bootleg pocketbooks, and giving out cologne and stuff like that. But you ain't got nowhere to lay your damn head when you come to the DR. You ain't got no family, no friends, no nothing you can stay with. Like, this guy is just looking like this guy's looking worse and worse as far as I'm concerned. All right. So anyway, he gets up and he makes breakfast for them, and she says she loves when he makes breakfast. And I just was like, ew, like, ew. And so she begins to tell him how sorry she is about the incident that happened with her mother, and he's thinking that it's never going to work. He is still going to try to tell the mother about their relationship and explain to her what's happening inside of that relationship. But she's the two of them are both apprehensive, and they understand that it just ain't gonna work with the mother, right? So, he said, if it doesn't work with your mom and your mom does not accept this relationship, then what? And she's like, I don't know, young. And she really doesn't know, because her mother has basically not allowed Alejandro to say anything. Later on in the episode, Nicole goes to have dinner with her girlfriends because she wants her girlfriends to meet Alejandro. And so, again, they're back in somebody else's apartment. The girlfriend has set it up so that, they got cute little glasses that they're drinking out of with the lemons and the umbrellas and all of that kind of stuff. But again, it's just not showing this guy in a good light to me, because he not paying for no drinks. Maybe it's just me, but this mofo is, like, ugh. He's such a turn off to me. But anyway, the girlfriends are there, and they're happy to meet Alejandro. I'm sure that they have seen this airbrush beard that he is sporting and everything, and so of course they're making small conversation with them. They go out on the balcony and they begin to talk to him, and so the girlfriends are excited to meet him. And the girl, I'm gonna call her Colander, okay? Colander, the lap dancing queen, basically knows the secret. She knows that he is married, and so she says that because they are her friends, that all of the friends deserve to know this secret that she has been holding. And so Nicole is there, fronting with her boyfriend, and they're asking little small things about his job and all of that kind of stuff. And Colander says, what, I can't take it anymore. She says, girls, it's something that I have to tell you all. This mofo is married. And so the girlfriends are completely shocked at the fact that not only did Nicole hide the fact that she was dating a married man, but that she thought that it was acceptable to hide this information from them, given the fact that all of them are really close friends. And so the girlfriends are like disgusted with him. And so he indicates that, he is married, but he's going through a divorce. And so Colander and the other girls are saying, you know what, that's the typical excuse. That's a typical thing that, men say. They use you up and all of that. And this guy has been completely shocked. So I'm wondering, how long has he been in the DR? Because these people are very upfront. They're very frank about what it is that they want to say. They don't hold no, they don't hold anything back about the situation, right? So I just was like, dude, you like straight cold busted. And, Nicole is mad at her girlfriend and she feels like, this wasn't the appropriate time for her to, spill this tea. And so she's quite disappointed with the way that, her girlfriend has handled it. But she don't give a damn, and neither do the other girlfriends. They just mad at the fact that Nicole didn't say anything. And Nicole says that, she didn't say anything to her mother because she wants her mother to first meet Alejandro, give him an opportunity to get to know her, and then she's going to spill the beans. But, we all know that this is not going to work out very well with her mother. I think that, she should have been upfront about it. And I also do believe that Nicole knows that this is not a good relationship for her to be in. She indicates that she loves him, but I just don't think she does. Meantime, on the other side of the world, the family Chantel is in the Philippines, and the men and the women have split up. The Angeletta goes to meet her little girlfriend. She goes to meet, I think it's three of her girlfriends, and these girlfriends she's really close with. She said that she doesn't have any friends in the United States, and these is her girlfriends. She don't have anybody to talk to, tell her secrets to, any of that stuff. And so, she clearly expresses that to us. And she begins to tell her, her girlfriends ask her, how you doing? She meets them at the market. And they ask her how she's doing and all of that kind of stuff. And she straight goes into the fact that Royal is mean. She says that Royal has a temper. He doesn't know how to control it. Oftentimes she's afraid. And I'm just like, is he over there beating that tail? Like, what in the hell is going on in this relationship between the two of them? Like, really, literally, when she began to talk to her girlfriends, I don't know if you all noticed it. Maybe it was just me. But she acted extremely fearful about the fact that, about her relationship. She indicated to her girlfriends that, she really wants to be back in the Philippines. She wished that she could stay. She talked to her girlfriends about putting a tracking device on his phone, but that he found it. And she also told her girlfriends that he accused her of being with someone else, and that the pregnancy, the miscarriage, the miscarried pregnancy, I think that's how you say it. Um, he believed that the baby wasn't even his. The girlfriends are shocked because they're thinking you're living in America, you're living the life, and all that kind of stuff. And so we're not expecting you to come back here and say anything like that. The girlfriend advised her, excuse me, y'all. The girlfriends advised her that she needs to have this conversation with Royal before she decides to have this ceremony. And she said, well, no, I ain't going to have this conversation with him because we've already invited a bunch of people. And basically, she doesn't want to rock the boat. She indicates that the only friends that she has is Chantel and Winter. And she really don't fuck with Chantel. She really don't. It's like, she just took this opportunity to spill the beans. She said how much she didn't like Chantel and some more stuff. But still, yeah, when she's, in America, she's singing a whole different tune. And I'm like, girlfriend has got here, honey, to the Philippines with her girlfriends, and she is spilling the tea. Totally tea that was unacceptable to them. I don't know if the tea was lukewarm. It definitely wasn't served hot, and it wasn't served cold because the girlfriends were left with a sour taste in their mouth. In the meantime, and in between time, Pedro and Puddle, Mr. Thomas, and Royal, they're all going out and they are shirt shopping, right? Because they're going to be wearing the traditional. Just one second. Thank you so much, Dolly. 613-404-99 Super Chat. Love you, Auntie. Love you too. Love you too. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. Okay, what's she having problems with, Miss Michelle? So anyway, thank you, Miss Michelle, for assisting her. Thank you. So, so this girl is terribly afraid. You could just see it all in her body language and everything. I don't know what Royal has done, but whatever Royal has done, it is completely unacceptable. Like I said, on the other side of town, the men are looking for shirts, and then they decide that they're going to go and have a drink. And Thomas said there's some things that he has to take care of. So the three guys, Pedro, Puddle, and Royal, go into the bar, and they begin to talk, men talk, and they cheers and everything with mugs of beer. Pedro wants to get them totally ripped, but Royal said this is not the time nor the place, Pedro. Like Pedro and Chantel love to go out and drink. So they're out and they're drinking and everything. And Pedro begins to start asking Royal the questions on how he met her and all that kind of stuff. And of course, Royal is evasive. Like he doesn't really want to answer any questions. He asked him, was he happy in a relationship with her? And he said yes. And he said, so what made you pick her? He said, oh, y'all, she's beautiful and I'm handsome, and that is what connected us to each other. I'm just like, what the foolishness is this? So anyway, the brother is trying to make excuses and not really answer Pedro's questions, because Pedro has a whole lot of questions based on all of the stuff that Chantel has been feeding him. One of the things that Angenette said was that, when Royal has a conversation with Chantel, Chantel goes back and tells the mother, and she feels like he's a damn mother's boy. I'm a mama's boy. And so at this point, you don't really know what is true and what's not true. I don't even think that Royal is a mama's boy. I just think that he appears to be a controlling man. I don't think that he's a mama's boy, but we found out later on that he flat out appears to be a mother liar. He lies his can off, right? So Chantel and the girls are at the bar and they are drinking, and of course, Winter is there too. And they all are having a drink at the bar. And so after they have this drink at the bar, Chantel asks her flat out, have you been dating any American men? She said no. She said, well, Royal said that you were dating American men before the two of you all like hooked up and came serious. You could see from Angeletta's body language, her face, and everything that she was completely shocked that Royal had said something like that about her. Now she already got issues with this mofo. So for him to come out and say something like that, she was floored. She couldn't understand where he got it from. But of course, she had already told her girlfriends, I'm not going to approach this situation or any of the situations because I don't want him to be upset, and I want to be able to have a beautiful wedding in peace. But when Royal and Pedro and Winter came up in that bar, girlfriend was sitting up at that bar, honey, that face was twisted. Y'all know how our face be twisted when we sitting up there and we know something and it's burning on the tip of our tongue, and we trying to make a decision on whether or not we're going to say something, and we gritting and giving that mofo the hateful eye like. Because, see, we don't want him coming in faking and playing the game and acting like he innocent and everything all gravy when we done just found out the news. So Chantel, so she straight up asked him about it. She was like, why would you tell your sister that I was dating other American men? So he was like, my sister lying. She must have been drinking or whatever. She was like, no, you lying. You lying. So at this point, girlfriend is on 10 and he's on -0. And that's when you can tell a mofo is just narcissistic, arrogant, uncaring, has no compassion towards you. This mofo was -0, y'all. I'm talking about sub below temperatures. And this girl is at a 10. But honey, let me tell you something. She started going to 100 and then to 1,000. Because this mofo sat up there. Chantel was like, wait a minute though. Hold on, River. So you're saying you didn't say that? River's like, no, I didn't say that. I don't recall saying that. So Chantel was like, so she ain't date any American men when she was over here, Royal? At first, Chantel was like, when she was talking to the producers, Chantel was like, why would he lie about something like this? I know my brother's not lying. Then he sits there at the table and tells a bald-faced lie. And so Angeletta was like, you're a liar. You're sitting here in all of our faces and you're lying. So the girlfriend was like, yeah, why did you say, okay, did you say that you didn't think that the baby that she recently miscarried was yours? This mofo sat there, y'all. First, his face was blanket in the mofo because he knew that he was lying. He knew that she had told the business. He felt like he's the only one that can tell her business, but she let him know straight up, you ain't the only mofo around here that can tell her business. I'm telling the business too. And so she began to, she began to cry. And so her girlfriend, seeing her crying, of course, your girlfriend's going to go ballistic, right? They gonna get on the mofo. And that is exactly what ended up happening. Her girlfriends was like, you said this. And he was like, no, I don't remember. He got up from the table to go over there to hug her. And she put her fist out on him like this. And I was like, let me tell you something, honey. When she put her fist up on his chest like that and was like, don't touch me, I'm telling you right now, honey, that let you know that there possibly could be some rumbling in the jungle when they be up at that house. And then it explained her apprehension with telling her friends the fear that it appeared to be on her, the fights that she had indicated that the two of them have been having. I was like, I'm telling you right now, they must be having some knockout, drag out. I hope they on the bottom floor of the apartment building, bitch, and they got cemented windows because it looked like it be on and popping up in their household. Girlfriend put that fist up and he went on about his business. And she was like, you straight up lying, Royal. You are lying. You said that to my face. He said, well, I probably was drunk when I said it. I don't remember saying it. And she was like, you wasn't drunk. We had just finished eating dinner when you said this to my face. And so, she just got very, very angry with him, basically was accusing him of cheating, or allegedly cheating. I mean, she was just letting all out the bag. Like, girlfriend was like, no holds bar. And, Royal was sitting there, trying to deflect, trying not to answer the questions, and finally was like, I can't deal with this. And, the family was trying to, River or Puddle was trying to tell him, he was like, I don't want to have this conversation right here. And he said, she has her friends and you got us. Let's have the damn conversation. And Royal couldn't take it anymore. He walked out of the building. He went outside, and then next thing you know, there was a slight altercation that appeared to happen with the production team. Let me tell you something. When a woman is sick of a man, honey, she gonna come out her trick bag and she's gonna let you know that she is sick of you. This man sat up there and told so many lies, indicating that this was not a conversation that he wanted to have. But she said that she had tried multiple times to have this conversation with Royal, and he did not want to have the conversation with her. He needs to make up his mind with the what he is doing. But I'm telling you right now, this relationship is tore up from the floor up, and I think that while she is in the Philippines, she has gotten Filipino balls, boo. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, she is coming out her trick bag. She's calling him all kinds of liars, and she is finally standing up to him him and probably having a conversation that she should have had with him a long time ago. Girlfriend is letting him know that while I'm on my soil, but while I'm on my native soil, I'm not going to be intimidated and in fear with you anymore. I don't know what's going on in their relationship, y'all, how serious these fightings and stuff like that are, but y'all let me know down in the comments section what you all think. I am going to be anticipating seeing next week's episode. I think that Family Chantel is getting better and better. I know a lot of people are not watching it, but I think it's a pretty good show. You know what I'm saying? For right now, anyway. It at least has me interested while I'm looking at it. So you all let me know what you think in the comment section. This is the end of this review. Thank you so much to everybody who super chatted. Thank you so much to my moderators who have been making the room safe for everybody to be able to participate and have a great time doing so. I love you all so much and have a great night. Bye, y'all.